What does a manager do? In my opinion, absolutely everything and anything that it takes to help the artists realize their dreams, fulfill their potential. Wow, it ranges from actual things that have to do with the music, like physically managing their recording career, to things that have to do with just giving them the peace of mind they need in order to be creative. We're a full-service management company. We're involved with our artists even on the personal as well, helping them manage their finances, making sure that they have homes and that they're, taking care of everything that they need to on the personal side of their lives. I found that a lot of times impacts their ability to be creative. So on the music side of things, we would handle getting them signed to their label, managing the relationship with the label, getting the record made, working with them during that process of getting that record physically made. The marketing and promotions. What's unique about our company is that a lot of times we weigh in heavily on that side. We conceptualize marketing plans. We also sometimes implement them. Having the artists out on the road, the touring side of things, endorsements. We manage, we solicit, we create, we generate. We're very hands-on across the board in every aspect. We absolutely take on artists in, every phase of their careers. I mean, for us, it's about being passionate. And that passion has to, come directly from loving what that artist is creating, the kind of music they're doing, what they're about creatively. And if that's somebody that we just happen to hear off a demo tape or somebody that, comes into the office and wants to sing a rhyme, then we take them on based on that. And we then go about helping them build a career in the music business. For me, there are, some very basic skill levels. This isn't, the beauty of this business is you don't necessarily have to have a degree in order to be successful. Some of it is, learned. You have to, understand the specifics of whatever it is you're dealing with, but a lot of it is common sense, good instincts, good gut, interpersonal skills, great communication skills. I think those are the fundamentals. When we first started doing urban management, which of course is now pop culture, but they were a lot of homeboy management teams, we call them, just people, who they grew up with or people that they knew from around the way managing them. And as the phenomenon of urban music grew, we realized that it had the potential to cross into, mainstream mediums. And it was important that we, presented the representation of this music in a professional way. And, a lot of times I stress that more than anything to people because it's like knowing your business, knowing who you're representing, your client, knowing how to go about getting opportunities for them is just as important as having a degree in your back pocket that you can draw from. How does somebody get to be a manager? It's interesting because my own story, as I tell it, is that I tripped into it myself. It's nothing that I set out to do. It was more about the fact that I was working with this group doing artist development at the time and found that, a lot of the other aspects of their careers weren't being handled properly and started to impact my ability to work with them. So for me, it was a natural progression as I started making sure that, they, as simple as knew where they had to be on time and had, let me take that back. For me, when I started working on a group, doing artist development, I kind of moved into managing them simply by virtue of coordinating their schedules with the label and becoming that liaison person. And as I learned more about the marketing side of things and the recording side of things, I became a better manager for them. But my point is that, management and managers range everywhere from that person who just kind of keeps everything organized to somebody who is powerful or capable enough to generate opportunities. So, how you become a manager, it varies. It's more about, having a viable client to manage. How do you find a viable client? That again, a lot of times it's somebody that you already know who has talent and you believe in them and you want to just start helping them, get connected to the right people. Other times, it's going to clubs and physically scouting talent by, going to open mic nights, or the web has been an incredible resource for finding talent and stuff. It's I don't know, I think that there are probably in every region, bands or that club in the area where, up and coming bands perform. Just really getting out there. If you're avidly looking to be a manager and find a piece of talent, you've got to get off your butt and go out there and, make sure that you're in the places where hungry, musicians and up and coming artists are. Oh, what is that saying about show me someone who manages themselves and I'll show you a fool? There's no way to be objective. There's no way to be, unbiased and to make the kind of hard decisions, the hard unemotional decisions that you need to make at times, to further a career. I know that sometimes people have no choice, and the idea is, well, nobody's going to believe in me more than I believe in myself, so I'm going to get out there and do what I have to do, and that's great, and that's a level of initiative that every artist should have about their own careers. But I think once you get out there, one of the first things you should be looking for is someone to represent you. Because, again, I just think it's impossible to properly field and research and suss out opportunities that may be available to you and simultaneously focus on being the best musician or artist that you could be. So you've got to figure out what your priority is. And I think for an artist, that should be making the best damn music they can make. As it relates to taste and making sure that you love every single thing that your clients do musically, I don't know that that's possible, especially if you want to diversify and have a wide roster with that spans different genres of music. I don't think it's realistic. I think it's more important that you trust your client and what they do and be passionate about what they want to create. I think that's the most important things. A lot of times, we've been blessed with some of the most creative geniuses, I think, but a lot of their ideas are left of center, and most of the time I don't even get it until it's all done. So, I'd be lying if I said, I got every single thing, even our clients, tried to do, but what I do know is that I trust them implicitly. And so, for a Missy Elliott who sometimes will let me hear a beat and go, oh my God, this is hot, and I'm going, okay, if you say so. I just trust that by the time she's done with it, it's going to be an amazing piece of music because I'm vested in her and her creative vision.